Alright, I'm in the middle of another shop remodel, which is kind of crazy because 3 weeks ago in the end of December I remodeled it again, but I've got a few more larger pieces and just want things to flow a little bit better. So the first thing I did is immediately when you come into your right, I had my old miter saw stand all the way across this window. I'm not sure what I'm putting there right now, but I took all that down, freed up all that space, and got to do some organizing, obviously. But getting rid of some old stuff, like this little file cabinet I can't save. I thought I could salvage it, but it's gone. It's in the way. There's my little shop cart that used to be over in that corner, but I'm finding that as I work on projects, I use this a lot. So having it shoved in that corner, only to be pulled out for the project, just to be pushed back in when I'm done, is a little contradictive. So it's going to stay out here in the majority of the free space, which I've got, once I get all this junk put up, I've got about a, I don't know, 12 by 13 foot empty floor space for my larger projects like bunk beds and whatnot. But I moved that over there. The saw, I moved a little bit back, a little bit away from the window. I still have it away from my workbench, which I rotated, but I took that door down because it's just wasted space in there. And now, if I want to get back there to store something, it's going to be low use storage. I can just move my little trash can, move my stool, and walk back there. So the door's off, and that's mainly got my just small mechanics type tools. Rotated my bench 90 degrees. I found that when I had it going that way, I would only use about 24 inches from the front of the bench left, and I would just store junk over there, which is what I've got on it now. So what I did is I rotated it, so I still have my about 24 inches or so to use, and I pushed it up against the wall, which is going to aid in hand planing, because as I'm pushing the plane forward, it's stuck on a wall, so it's not going to have any give in the bench, which I had a little bit of a problem with that last time, so that's good. But the main reason I turned it 90 degrees is now I have access to this corner and I have access to this wall. I just received two trash 30-inch wide wall cabinets, and if I can hang both, I will hang both. If not, I'll hang one and then maybe one below. I've also got a short wall cabinet that was above a refrigerator or stove or something like that. And I'm going to put it, I think, right here above that plug below the windowsill, and then put a little shelf on top of it for my commonly used items like my glue, my brush, and some other junk, and for my drills, make a little drill charging station kind of deal. And then put some fasteners inside it. My fasteners are normally in that open drawer right there, but because of my layout now, it's going to be all the way over into the corner. That won't be too convenient. This will be just slightly more convenient, but you know, I still like this dresser setup. I'm still going to use it for storage, just not stuff that I use all the time. So, and I still got my window in case I need to rip something long that's dimensional, can go out the window. And the point from here to the saw blade, I want to say, I haven't measured it, but it looks like about 4 or 5 feet. So all I have to do is move the saw back just a little bit so it won't pivot down. That'll be good. And I've actually got a full 8 foot, a little bit more than 8 foot going this way. So if I wanted to rip a sheet good, I can. Another thing I'm going to do, that hose is coming down. Like I said in my shop tour, that is, I want to smack myself every time I think about that. That's horrible for a hose. So that little medicine chest cabinet I salvaged, that's coming off. I'm not sure where it's going to go. And all my clamp rack, that's coming off. It's probably going to go somewhere along that side. May go, I don't know, may go somewhere along the back side of this, but it's coming down. All that's coming down. My iBuildit.ca miter saw station is going to go right up against that wall with enough room for me to reach my hand for the switches. That'll be plenty, good enough for me. That will allow me to build these extensions that I'm going to make. That little piece of melamine is about 2.5 inches wide. I don't want to. I use that as a little example for me to test out what I want. I don't want to go with anything wider than that. That's gonna be fine. Keep it light. Just give me an extension I can put up over here and then put back down when I don't need it. With that all the way up against the wall, I can build one on this side too if need be. I also added casters to that thing, non-locking casters. It rolls around just fine. It stays put just fine. So that's cool. That's going to be in this corner. Basically bringing all of my commonly used tools into an arrangement, which brings me to this little stand I had. I use my drill press a lot, and I had it sitting in this space where the refrigerator would go, but obviously it creates sawdust and wood chips, so it wasn't really convenient to clean up after. With it out here, I could just pull this aside, sweep out, push it back. May build a dedicated stand for the drill press because I use it quite often, but I'm not sure at the moment. And my sanders, orbital sander, DeWalt laminate router, and belt sander, I use those three a lot, so having them back out into the workflow is good. And let's see what else is planned. My thickness planer. I want to build a dedicated cart for it to sit in here. I've had these plywood L-shaped legs built for a while, and I need to get those put to use. They've been sitting there for a while, so I'm probably going to build a cart system that sits right in there. But I want to do some type of dust collection for it, so that's going to be on the back burner until I get that figured out. Nothing extravagant because the motor on the planer ejects chips quite well, so maybe something into a box with a pillowcase over the top of it kind of thing, so that'll work. But yeah, 3 weeks after my shop tour, my shop changes completely, so we'll see what else happens. Plenty of good organization and room for more. I've got all my brad nailers, pin nailers, glue and glue accessories, both routers and some router bits, and all my safety stuff, my 2 dust masks, respirators, then my masks, band-aids, earplugs, ear muffs, safety glasses, storage above, and open space. I've got a couple full-size loft beds coming, so I need the space over there, and need to find a spot for that sliding miter saw. But I've got plenty of space to build on, and finally some organization. All my used tools that get used in one location. I have a drill press, scroll saw, miter saw, and as it sits, everything is plugged in, which is weird because I've never had that where everything is ready to use all at the same time. So that's nice. Like I said, nice storage in there. Got more storage over here. And my dust bins. I've already been doing some planing on this, and I gotta say, my bench turned this way, clamping on this side and this corner, planing that direction with the wall in the way. This is really solid. And my trash bin's right here, so as I'm planing, dust right in there. So hopefully I won't have to sweep as much. But my ever-evolving shop, constantly changing. So I've got some more plans in store for some changes here soon as well. So nothing stays the same. But this is pretty cool. I've got a lot of space over there.